Hi there, this is Chris, Chapping the Cap Motor Legends. Today I want to talk to you about laminated motorcycle jackets. Now I think this video is titled 10 Best Laminated Jackets 2023-2024. But we have to use that title, I gather, for search engine optimization on Google. In fact, we're not suggesting these are the 10 best laminated jackets out there. They're just 10 of our favorite laminated jackets. That having been said, we tend to do most of the better jackets, so I don't think you're going to find jackets that are much better than the ones that we're going to talk about today. Anyway, let's talk laminated jackets. The Belstaff Long Way Up jacket was introduced to coincide with Charlie and Ewan's ride up through South America in search of 13 amp sockets. It was meant to herald Belstaff's entree into the technical arena, but that never happened. But the jacket was a belter with a spec that was largely put together by us for Belstaff. The jacket is a 3-layer Gore-Tex Pro Shell laminate construction. It simply doesn't get more waterproof, it doesn't get more breathable than that. You've got details like super fabric, which is incredibly strong abrasion resistant material here on the shoulders and the elbows. The jacket is AA rated. It comes with level 2 D3O throughout, including the back. There's a chest protector as well, that's level 1. Jacket has a 5-year warranty, oodles of vents, so you've got vents here on the chest, vents here at the flanks, vents here on the biceps, and 2 large exhaust vents as well. You've got even a pocket for a camelback so that you can stay hydrated if you're riding across the desert. You've got gusset zips here up the side, and the idea with those is you undo those because it's a slightly longer jacket. When you sit on the bike, you might want it to splay a little, so that's always a useful feature. You've got lots of pockets. You've got these 4 main pockets, and you've got a large mat pocket on the back. Jacket comes as standard with a kidney belt. You've got a removable storm collar, and so on and so on. This is a jacket that wanted pretty much for nothing. But a little bit like, I suppose, the Klim Kodiak and perhaps the Rukka Armada, there's potentially just a little bit too much going on. Those who own one and who have ridden in one come to love it. But compared with other similar jackets, the Long Way Up jacket just feels a little bit heavy, a little bit cumbersome. As a suit, however, it's let down by its pant, by its matching pant, because that pant only comes in 1 leg length. And at this kind of price point, and the jacket alone is £1,250, that is not good enough. Now, technically, as a piece of protective wear, this jacket is up there with the very best. And it's probably, in most people's opinion, the best looking laminate jacket on the market. But given the pants situation, I think this jacket is probably best viewed as something that you would wear over a pair of jeans, which, funnily enough, is exactly how Charlie wore his Long Way Up jacket when he was coming up through South America with his pal Ewan. The Halvarssons Sunne is the Swedish company's equivalent of the famous Klim Carlsbad. That is to say that it's an adventure jacket with a laminated membrane. As an adventure jacket, it sits a little bit longer. You've got these lower flat pockets here. You've got vents on the chest. You've got an adjustable waist belt at the center of the jacket. And all of these are hallmarks of a modern adventure jacket. But whereas Klim uses a Gore-Tex membrane in the Carlsbad, Halvarssons use their own dryway membrane. Like Klim, the membrane is a 2-layer membrane. The jacket, however, is only warranted for 2 years, and that's partly down to the membrane. When you buy a jacket with a Gore-Tex membrane, you often get a 5-year warranty from the manufacturer, but what you certainly get is Gore's lifetime waterproofing guarantee. So the issue is, you buy a jacket like this, 2-year warranty, in year 3 it starts to leak, you go to the dealer, all the dealer can say is, I'm very sorry, what's your next jacket? If you've got a jacket with a Gore-Tex membrane, you are guaranteed that that jacket is going to stay waterproof pretty much for as long as you want to wear it. The jacket is AA rated, but comes only with level 1 armour in the shoulders and the elbows. There's no back protector. I think what we would do, because this level 1 armour, it's Halvarssons' old armour, it's not particularly nice. Even though it's level 1, it's kind of stiff and uncomfortable. We would immediately upgrade for Halvarssons' latest superb level 2 armour that's really soft, really breathable. So you'll be increasing comfort and increasing levels of protection. To us, it seems like a bit of a no-brainer. Jacket comes with a detachable hollow form fibre thermal liner. It's perfectly acceptable, not high end, but it will certainly take the chill off a cold day. In truth, we do not consider any adventure jacket with a laminated membrane to be a proper adventure garment, and that's because the membrane is going to get in the way of our ability to sweat and cool down. So like many so-called adventure jackets, the Sunne is really an adventure jacket for those people who very rarely stray from the road. It's the kind of jacket you would wear if 90 to 95% of your time was on the road and only very occasionally did you maybe take on a green lane. But it's a very good jacket, it's proven, it works, it looks the part, and at just £470, it represents excellent value for money. The pant, the matching pant, comes in 2 lengths. Now that's better than the 1 length that some jackets come in, not as good as the 3 that others come in, but overall, we like this jacket. The Austral is a 2-layer Gore-Tex laminated jacket from the French brand Bering. Now, Bering is not normally what one would consider to be a premium brand, but historically we have had very few issues with their gear, very few warranty issues. It's a brand that kind of does what it says it's going to do. And of course, this is a Gore-Tex jacket, and when you work with Gore, you simply cannot cut corners because Gore controls the construction of the jacket. The jacket certainly looks the part. It's very much an adventure jacket, and it feels as though it's going to be very comfortable to wear both on and off the bike. But there is a design feature that might be an issue for some. The jacket has this asymmetric zip that runs down the side of the chest. Now, the benefit of that is that you get this large central pocket for documents or maps or whatever. But we think that it's going to make the jacket harder to wear off the bike once it's undone, because once you undo it, you're going to be walking around with this large flap moving about in the wind. It reminds me of whoever designed the Austin Maxi. Someone clearly looked at the Austin Maxi and thought, why have we got a round steering wheel? Let's create a square one. Not sure that it worked. And I think here again, I'm not sure that the central zip system needed to be redesigned. All the other aspects of the Austral are pretty much as you would expect. Jacket's only A rated under EN 17092. The armour is level 1. You get level 1 in the shoulders and the elbows. There's a pocket for a back protector. You've got vents here on the chest. You've got zips with Velcro at the ends of the sleeves. You've got a central adjuster system here on the waist. You've got adjusters here on the arms. You've got 5 external pockets, more pockets on the inside. You've got a removable thermal destination jacket, and so on and so forth. Obviously there's a matching pant for the Austral jacket, but as with all Bering pants, only comes in 1 length, and we just don't think that's up to the job at this kind of price point. That price point, by the way, is a pretty punchy £790, although what has to be said is that for that money, you're also getting a 5-year warranty, and you're getting the lifetime warranty that you get whenever you buy a garment with Gore-Tex. It's a good looking jacket, it's a comfortable jacket, but the Halvarssons Sunne is £300 less expensive. And so you have to ask yourself, is it worth paying that extra £300 basically for the Gore-Tex membrane? In truth, we can't say that it's not, but on the other hand, we can't say that it is. The Rukka Nivala is a 3-layer Gore-Tex Pro Shell laminate jacket. Membranes don't get more waterproof than that. Membranes don't get more breathable than that. But what makes the Nivala so special to wear is the stretch that's woven into the outer fabric. It makes the Nivala far and away the most comfortable Pro Shell, 3-layer Pro Shell jacket that money can buy. The jacket's got pretty much every bell and whistle that you could ever expect, including, of course, Gore-Tex cuffs. It comes with Rukka's Level 2 D30 XTR armour in the shoulders, in the elbows and in the back. But importantly, this armour is absolutely huge, and it's why we feel confident in stating that even though the Nivala is only A rated under EN 17092, it's a jacket that's going to be more protective than 99% of AA rated jackets, and probably more protective than 90% of AAA rated jackets. You do, by the way, also get a chest protector with the Nivala. Now, Nivala also comes with a 90% 10% duck down, duck feather thermal liner. It doesn't attach to the outer jacket, you just wear it when you need it. When it's cold, you don't wear it when it's warm. But this is the warmest thing that you can wear on a bike, this side, I suppose, of heated gear. The venting on the Nivala is okay. You've got these vents here. I don't think these are particularly accessible, but you've got vents here on the shoulders, you've got vents here on the biceps, and you've got vents that run up and down the side of the jacket, up the flanks. Rukka reckon these work really well, but we're not totally convinced. What has to be said is when it comes to venting, the Rukka is no Klim. This is a supreme jacket. It forms part of a supreme suit. It's the best winter outfit that you can buy if you're riding all through the winter. But this is a suit that, because of that, this is a jacket that is more about the wet and the cold. If you want something to go touring in, if you're going down to Spain or Italy or the south of France, you do not want to be in a jacket like this. You are just going to boil. Obviously, the jacket comes with a matching pant. Those pants have got all the same attributes, so stretch in the material, D3O armour and so on. Importantly, the pants come in 3 different leg lengths, which is what we would really expect of a premium quality suit. It's no wonder perhaps that this is the favourite outfit for police forces up and down the country. It's just a shame that not all of those can afford a suit like this. Don't forget of course that you also get Rukka's 6-year warranty and Gore's guaranteed to keep you dry lifetime warranty. The Carlsbad is a 2-layer Gore-Tex laminate jacket. You've got these extra layers of cordura on the shoulders. In fact, it's configured as a kind of ripstop, so that's there for extra abrasion resistance. You get that on the shoulders and on the elbows. Now, even though, and we talk about this a lot, we don't think that a laminate jacket is the best construction for a proper adventure jacket because it's going to impair breathability. It's going to make it harder to sweat and cool down. Even though we think that, we believe the Carlsbad makes a better fist of it than almost anyone else. And partly that's because the Carlsbad has a genuine adventure fit. It wears loose and it wears baggy, and that's what you want when you're riding off-road. But the downside of that is that it doesn't necessarily make it the best jacket for riding on-road. On some people, the jacket is just a little bit flappy. It can be noisy as you're riding along, and that's not perfect if you're tuzzing down the motorway at 70 miles an hour. Also, if it fits a little bit loose, water can come in underneath the hem, so it doesn't necessarily make it the most waterproof jacket out there. The Carlsbad does not come supplied with a thermal liner, so you wear your own. That's never an issue for us. Most people have got their own solution anyway, but it could be a fleece, it could be something merino, it could be a down jacket, it could be something electrically heated in the winter. Jacket comes fitted with D3O level 2 armour in the shoulders, in the elbows and in the back. Now, one of Klim's things, and I've never understood why, they love pockets. So this jacket comes with no less than 8 external pockets and 6 internal ones. Why anybody needs 14 pockets on a jacket, I've got no idea, but that's always been one of Klim's things. You've got 6 external vents, you've got 2 here on the chest, 2 here at the lower part of the arms and 2 on the back. And one could almost consider this large pocket here also a vent. It's a bit dual purpose, but if you open it up and you were somewhere hot, that would certainly aid breathability. Of the 2 laminated jackets or 2 laminated off-road jackets produced by Klim, we have to say that the Carlsbad is our favourite. The Badlands is the other jacket. In some ways, the Badlands is the premium offering. It's more expensive than this jacket, but it's bigger, it's heavier, and it's baggier. And so we cannot envisage any ride, any situation where, in our view, the Badlands is going to be better than the Carlsbad. The Carlsbad is AA rated, it's got good armour, it's as protective as you're going to need, especially if you're riding off-road. No jacket does absolutely everything, but in our view, the Carlsbad comes closer than most. Obviously, it also comes with a matching pant. There are 3 leg lengths, which is refreshing. That's what we like to see in a trouser. But I think if you are going to wear this as a suit, you need to visit a dealer and try those pants on. And it's because there is, in our view, a slight issue with the armour. It doesn't always appear to be in the right place. So you come in here, you sit on the bike, we work out where the armour is. There is a bit of adjustability there, but if it's not, we keep the trousers, we unsew the armour pocket, we move it up or down. So I think if you are going to configure this as a suit, you should come in and see us. The Halvarssons Gruven is a 2-layer laminated jacket designed for touring and commuting. That having been said, it would be perfectly good jacket for someone who just rides at weekends. It's a mid-length jacket. It's got these large flat pockets here at the bottom. It's got an elasticated center belt arrangement. And we like that on a jacket because what it means is that in the winter, you can let the jacket out so you can put thermal layers on. In the summer when you're wearing less, you can tighten it in. It's going to give a nicer profile and it won't flap in the wind. But what makes the Gruven so nice to wear is the elastic that is built into the outer chassis, a little bit like the outer chassis of the Rukka Nivala. The result is a jacket that is supremely comfortable to wear. Jacket comes with Halvarssons' latest fabulous level 2 armour in the shoulders and the elbows. There's no back protector provided as standard, and personally we would avoid Halvarssons' own back protector like the Plague. It's somewhat similar to a surfboard. We would always fit a D30 Viper protector instead. Jacket is rated AA under EN 17092. For thermal protection you get a hollow form fibre destination jacket. When we talk about a destination jacket, what we mean is that it's a jacket that you can wear off the bike. It's got a central zip that zips to itself, so when you get to wherever you're going, you can take your outer jacket off, put it in a pannier or a top box and walk around in this jacket. Now, that jacket is also aluminium lined, so it's pretty good at keeping the heat in. The jacket is also comes with a fixed Outlast liner. Now, Outlast is super clever stuff. People think it's an insulator, but it's not really. It's more of a temperature regulator. So when you are hot, the membrane takes the heat away from the body, stores it in paraffin molecules within the membrane, and it cools you down. When you're cold, it takes that stored heat and plays it back to the body. But we think a fixed Outlast liner jacket like this, it potentially negates one of the key benefits of having a laminate jacket. And one of the key benefits of a laminate jacket is direct-to-body venting. When we talk about direct-to-body venting, what we mean is that when you open a vent, it goes straight through to the body. Now, that's what you get with a laminate jacket, because if that's the outer chassis, that's the laminate, that's the membrane laminated to it. When you open the vent, that goes straight through. If you've got an Outlast liner, a fixed Outlast liner, that air can't pass through. So we don't think that's an ideal situation. We don't think a fixed Outlast liner in a laminated jacket is a great thing. In terms of venting, however, you get these vents on the chest, you've got vents on the biceps, and you've got vents at the back of the jacket. I think our overall feeling is that whilst this is a great jacket, it's probably not the best jacket for the high mileage rider who rides all year round in all weathers. And that's largely down to the fact that the membrane is not a Gore-Tex membrane. The jacket comes with a 2-year warranty. When you have a jacket with a Gore-Tex membrane, I don't know why this happens, but the manufacturers tend to give you a 5-year warranty. So any jacket with a Gore-Tex membrane has a 5-year warranty. This only has a 2-year warranty. And what that means is if this jacket starts to leak after 3 years, you go back to see the dealer, he's going to say, I'm sorry about that, what's your new jacket? When you buy a jacket with a Gore-Tex membrane, you get normally the 5-year warranty that I've mentioned, but you also benefit from Gore's lifetime waterproofing guarantee. So you know that that jacket is going to be waterproof for as long as you want to ride in it. The issue, I think, is that at £600, this jacket it's not super expensive, it's not inexpensive, but it's only £80 less than the Rukka Calyx jacket that is Gore-Tex and does come, actually not with a 5-year warranty, but with Rukka's 6-year warranty. Now, the Calyx jacket is, in our view, it's less comfortable because it doesn't have the stretch in the outer fabric. It's got far less bells and whistles on it. But if you're looking for a jacket for the long term, it's something you've got to take into consideration. It's a bit of a difficult one. This is the Latitude 2, the second iteration of Klim's Latitude jacket. It is Klim's entry-level road-going jacket. I say entry-level, but there's a jacket above it, which is the Kodiak, that's the premium level. This is one down. In no other brand is this an entry-level jacket. It's an expensive jacket, but it sits one down from the Kodiak, which is their premium offering, as I've suggested. When Klim set out to make the Latitude 2, the design brief was to make it more comfortable than its predecessor. And they did that by adding stretch here across the shoulders at the back and underneath the arms. And it does indeed make this a particularly comfortable jacket to wear. Has a slimmer fit than the previous version, very much in keeping with its road riding aspirations. And that's important because Klim is really still an off-road adventure company. A lot of their suits are quite baggy, designed for riding off-road where you're going to be moving around on the bike. Those fits don't work particularly well on the road because you end up with a jacket that flaps and makes a noise and so on. So this is very much in the mould of a road-going suit. It sits a fair bit longer than the Latitude 1, and we'll come back to that in a minute. Nice touch is this leather here on the elbows. You've got level 1 armour, D30 armour throughout, so level 1 on the shoulders, in the elbows and in the back. For a road suit, it is reasonably well vented. You've got a total of 6 vents. You've got these here on the side of the chest. These here at the front are pockets that can also double as vents. I don't think they're going to be particularly effective as vents. And here at the back, you've also got 2 exhaust vents. You've got 6 pockets. Nobody loves a pocket more than Klim, so the Latitude 2 comes equipped with 6 pockets. You've got zips and flaps at the end of the sleeves, so you can open them up, put your glove in, and then cinch the sleeve around the cuff of the glove. The jacket, I mentioned before the length, it is simply too long for some people. Now, you get zipped gussets at the hem, and that helps, but these gussets are actually impeded by some adjuster straps that stop them opening to the full, and I think those 2 elements fight a little bit against one another. Doesn't look as though it's been fully thought through. But thankfully, the zip here at the front of the jacket is 2-way. So when you sit on the bike, and if the jacket is too long on you, and it will be too long on many people, you're just going to have to undo the zip a little bit from the bottom to allow the flaps to splay a little bit, as it were. The stretch that is built into the Latitude 2 consigns the jacket to the A level, to the single A level under EN 17092. And on one level, that's a shame. But as we've discovered with other suits, particularly the Rukka Nivala, if you've got an A-level suit but you are combining it with the best level 2 armour, you have a suit that is going to outperform many AA suits. But Klim, in their wisdom, has equipped the Latitude 2 with level 1 armour, and we don't understand that because the previous version had level 2 armour. I think they were pursuing comfort, but they've gone, in our view, a little bit too far down that road. This is a great jacket. It's lovely to wear, but I think what we would do if we were buying this jacket, the first thing we would do, and it's an extra expense, is upgrade the armour to level 2. The pants, we've got a similar issue to the pants that we have on many Klim outfits. So we have them, for example, we have the same problem, for example, on the Klim Kodiak pants. They fit like an off-road riding trouser. So whereas I think Klim have got the message about the shape we need for a jacket when riding on the road, I don't think they've got that message yet about the trousers. And the trousers just sit too wide. They'll go over an off-road boot, but they look a little bit silly over a pair of, say, Daytona Road Stars. The other thing with the trousers, again, we found this with other Klim trousers, is that when you sit on the bike, the armour is in the wrong position. Often it's too high. We can adjust that. We can undo the armour pockets, move them down and so on, but it's an expensive alteration. That aside, it is a lovely jacket. This is the Rukka Explore-R. Rukka is not really an adventure brand, but this is their take on an adventure jacket. In our view, a proper adventure jacket will not have a membrane, because when we're riding somewhere hot or walking hard off-road, we're sweating, and a membrane is going to stop us sweating, and sweating is important in terms of keeping the body cool. But a lot of people want the adventure look, perhaps because they've got an adventure bike, but they want to combine it with the protection from the elements that they get from a laminated membrane. So the truth is that this really is a touring and commuting suit or jacket that looks like an adventure jacket. The membrane is a Gore-Tex 3-layer ProShell membrane. Now, that's about as waterproof, it's about as breathable as it gets. Because you've got a Gore-Tex membrane, you've got Gore's guaranteed to keep you dry for life warranty. Also, of course, the jacket comes with Rukka's own 6-year warranty. The outer shell of the jacket is a 500 denier Cordura. In truth, that's fairly lightweight, but Rukka put on these 1500 denier panels on the shoulders and the elbows, and it's those that enable this jacket to pass the CE rating, the EN 17092 rating at the AA level. As a Rukka jacket, it comes with huge level 2 armour throughout. So you get level 2 here in the shoulders, in the elbows, and in the back. There's also, by the way, a level 1 chest protector. Now, this armour is made specifically by D3O for Rukka. No other manufacturer has access to it. And this armour is hugely important in terms of the overall level of protection in a Rukka jacket. Now, here at Motor Legends, we talk a lot about protectors and about the fact that in an accident, the abrasion resistance, whilst not unimportant, is not as important as impact protection. If we slide down the road, it's not pleasant, it can be very painful, but it doesn't tend to do us serious damage. It's when we hit something that we do ourselves serious damage. So it's the armour that really is more important than the abrasion resistance of an outer fabric. But interestingly, when you've got huge level 2 armour in a jacket, you significantly increase the abrasion resistance of the outer material. So in conclusion, I think a Rukka AA rated jacket with this huge level 2 armour throughout is going to be about as protective as any jacket that you can ever find. In fact, I can only think of one jacket that would match it, and that would be the Stadler Super Vent. In terms of venting, because after all this is meant to be an adventure jacket, you've got these vents on the chest, you've got these vents on the shoulders, vents on the biceps and vents on the back. And I suppose one's got to say that as far as Rukka's concerned, it doesn't get any better than that in this respect. As an adventure jacket, as a supposed adventure jacket, it sits a little bit longer. You get these pockets on the chest, pockets up here with flaps, and pockets down below, again with flaps. You also get this centre belt, and we like a centre belt on any jacket. It's particularly important on a longer jacket because it enables us to cinch it in, and what it means that in the winter you can put some thermal liners on underneath and loosen the jacket out a wee bit. In the summer you can tighten it, stop the jacket from flapping. In terms of comfort, you get some stretch panels here under the arms, and you get some concertina stretch here behind the shoulders. But make no mistake, in that respect, the Explore-R is no Nivala. But this isn't intended to do the same job as the Nivala. This isn't a winter riding suit. That having been said, I suppose, if you were to layer this with the right thermal liners, it would probably be more than up to the job. The jacket, by the way, matches to an Explore-R trouser, and that, as you would expect from Rukka, comes in 3 different leg lengths. The Zephyr can only be described as an entry-level laminated jacket. It comes from the French brand Bering. Now here at Motor Legends, we are not always fans of cheap laminated jackets because laminated garments are complicated to make, and when manufacturers try to bring them down to a price point, they invariably cut corners, and normally they are going to be cutting corners or economising on the taping, and the taping is crucial when it comes to the manufacture of a laminated garment. For most people, we would still recommend a drop liner garment. For those who really need a laminate, as opposed to just think they want a laminate, we would recommend going Gore-Tex, because you are going to get a more reliable product, a product with a much longer and better guarantee. So we often reach a position where we feel that laminated jackets like this are for those who have decided that they want laminate, but who don't actually need laminate, because perhaps they don't go out in the rain an awfully large amount. And that's a position we reach because we don't think the jackets like this are built for the long term. They tend to fail. Maybe it's going to get you through the 2-year warranty. Maybe it'll last a wee bit longer. But this is not a jacket that I would suggest that you're going to be wearing in 5 years' time. Now, that's maybe a little bit harsh, or maybe being a bit rude and unfair on this jacket, because Bering makes some very reliable gear. But that's a general direction for us. We are not believers in laminates that are too inexpensive. And it's got to be said, at just £350, this is a very inexpensive laminate jacket. As a jacket, you get the kind of bits you need. You've got level 1 armour here in the shoulders and in the elbows. There's no back protector as standard, but obviously there's a pocket for one. The garment is A-rated. You've got a removable thermal liner. You've got vents here on the chest. You've got these side adjusters. You've got adjusters here on the biceps. You've got zips and Velcro straps at the end of the sleeves. You've got 3 external pockets. You've got gusset zips here on the hem. So you've got all the things that you would expect to find. You're going to be ticking a lot of the boxes here that you might tick on a much more expensive jacket. The matching pant, only comes in 1 length, and this is a perennial issue that we have with Bering. They will only produce trousers in 1 length, and I just don't think that's good enough. If you're a certain height, you may find that the trousers work, but if you're too tall or too short for Bering, they're just not going to work. So we look at this jacket as a jacket that you're probably just going to wear with jeans. As a jacket, I think the Zephyr epitomises great value. As I've said, it's going to tick a lot of the boxes that you're going to be ticking on a more expensive jacket. I would suggest that this is not the jacket for the high mileage rider who rides all year round. They may look at it and think it does all those things. It's laminate, it's got vents and so on and so forth. But this is not a jacket to wear if you're someone who does 10, 15, 20,000 miles a year. This is a jacket that's aimed for the guy who does maximum 5,000 miles a year. And for some people, it will be more than up to the job. The Kodiak is Klim's high-end road suit. It's the American brand's attempt, I suppose, to recreate the Rukka Nivala. You've got a 3-layer Gore-Tex Pro Shell construction. Doesn't get more breathable, doesn't get more waterproof than that. You've got D3O at level 2 in the shoulders, in the elbows and in the back. What you'd expect from Klim is lots of vents, and indeed on the Kodiak you get 8 vents. You also expect from Klim lots of pockets. The Kodiak has no less than 11 different pockets. There's a detachable storm collar. The Kodiak is supplied with a down jacket. It's the Maverick jacket that we like so much that we often pair with the Marrakesh. You also get a kidney belt, which is a nice touch. You've got perforated leather here for added abrasion resistance on the shoulders and the elbows. And what all of this suggests is a very high level of protection. But there is one of those little elephants in the room when it comes to the Kodiak. The Kodiak, rather like Nivala, is only rated at the A level under EN 17092. And on one level, that is disappointing. But there was a bit of a story to this. What Klim told us was that when they tested the jacket under EN 17092, it failed here under the arms because the arms here, this area, encroaches into what is known as the Zone 2 area where a higher level of abrasion resistance is required. The testing took place during lockdown. It was a bit of a mistake, but Klim was committed. They couldn't really redesign the jacket. So the jacket ended up being level A rather than the double A that really they had aimed for. I think it's a great shame, only because lots of people will avoid the Kodiak because they will buy their motorcycle jacket based on ticking boxes. But the truth is that the only weakness in terms of protection as far as this jacket's concerned is under the arms. Plus, as we always say, an A-rated jacket with huge level 2 armour is going to be more protective than most AA jackets in the first place. In the real world, I don't think this jacket is going to be a problem for anyone in terms of protection. The only issue really is a perception. So no problem in the real world, a slight problem in the perceptual world. Otherwise, it's a terrific suit. Although I think what I'd have to say is because it has only the stretch under the arms and in certain areas, it doesn't have the overall comfort of the Rukka Nivala. Bit like the Long Way Up jacket from Belstaff, there's just potentially a little bit too much going on with the Kodiak, which is why I think at times it lacks a little bit of comfort. The other slight issue with the Kodiak is the trousers. Now, the trousers come in 3 different lengths, which is what one would expect of a premium outfit like this, but we don't think that Klim have a handle on where the armour fits, and often when we put someone in a pair of Kodiak trousers, the armour's in the wrong position. We can move it, but it's an expensive alteration. The legs on the Kodiak pants are also much wider than you would expect on a road suit, and I think one of the issues here is that whilst Klim are attempting to make a road suit here, they really cannot escape their adventure origins. Well, I hope you found that interesting. If you'd like to look at more motorcycle gear, then visit the website motorlegends.com. If you'd like to learn more about some of the jackets we've been discussing today, then if you click on one of the links on the screen, sometimes they're up there, sometimes they're down there, that will take you directly to the laminated section or the laminated jacket section on our website. Now, when you're there, you can check out the spec on any of these jackets. You can check on availability, and obviously if you want to buy one of the jackets there and then, you can do that. Now, when you buy from us, we try to make the process simple, straightforward and risk-free as we possibly can. There's no delivery charge on any item of protective wear that you buy from us. Returns are totally free, and what's more, we give you a full 12 months in which to decide whether you do want to return something to us. Undoubtedly, we have the best price promise in the business. Now, John Lewis was rightly famed for its never knowingly undersold price promise. We go one stage better. If you can find any retailer selling anything that we sell at a price that is lower than ours, we will beat that retailer's price by a full 10%. Now, there are a few terms and conditions associated with what we call our price beat. Nothing particularly onerous, I assure you, but if you are going to attempt to price beat us, I suggest you go over to the website and check out what those terms and conditions are. If in the future you'd like to see bulletins from us about new products, then if you go to the website, at the top of every page there's a piece of script that says newsletter sign up. Click on there, within seconds you'll be in business. If, however, you prefer to get your information videographically, that's to say in this form, we'd be simply delighted if you wanted to become a subscriber to our YouTube channel, and you can do that by clicking on the button below. I'd like to end by mentioning our fabulous shop here at Motor Legends. We are based about a mile from the centre of Guildford, a mile from the railway station. And as I've suggested, it's a small shop, it's got a small footprint, but it's attached to our warehouse where we have some £4 million worth of merchandise arranged over 3 floors. And technically that makes this the second largest motorcycle apparel store in the UK. But we think that we are far more than just the amount of merchandise we have here in the building. We're all about service, we're all about personal fitting. If you want to check us out, then visit Trustpilot. We have the highest 5-star ranking in the business. And when you come to see us, we'll serve you only the finest Italian illy coffee, or we'll serve you proper Yorkshire tea in a proper teapot. And if you're lucky, you might even get to sample one of our delicious motorcycle-shaped shortbread biscuits. Anyway, this has been Chris. Thank you for listening.